Hi everyone, welcome back. For those of you who are new here, my name is Melinda and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. My username on those platforms is Tailored and Teal, and I will link those closets and stores in the description below so that you can check out at your leisure. I am also on Instagram and you can catch me there at Tailored and Teal, all one word. So today we have a what sold video. These are my favorite videos to watch on YouTube. It shows me what people are picking up to sell. It shows me what people are buying, and you would be really surprised what people will buy on the internet. All right, so I have a few things going on here. So I'm toggling between an iPad and a old school piece of paper. So I sold 47 items from October 1st through the 15th. And I made total sales of $787.39. So I'm gonna go through each platform and tell you what I sold, and I will most likely be putting a picture here, and you'll get to put the sale with the picture of the item. So we're gonna start with Mercari because Mercari, I didn't really sell much. It's kind of a passive income for me. Some things sell really well, like if you sell Disney ornaments on there, they're gonna go fast. Clothing and other things, anything over £1, not so much. But I did have 3 sales, so I did wanna include them. So this was a Disney Nightmare Before Christmas raglan tee. It was actually a sleep shirt, but I would have worn it as a normal shirt. So that sold for $19. Then I sold a Project 62 blackout curtain. It was a color block curtain, and that sold for $15, and that sucker was heavy. It weighed almost 3 pounds, and so the buyer actually paid a decent amount of money because anything over £1 on Mercari is pretty expensive to ship. You're looking at minimum of $9.90, which for a curtain is a lot, so hopefully they enjoyed it. And then the last thing I sold was this Sackroots Boho City wallet, and this sold for $17. I almost kept it for myself, but I like the money, and I really hope that the other person enjoys it as well. So on Mercari, I made a total of $51. There was $5.10 of fees, so that makes my total for Mercari for those 2 weeks is $45.90. Mercari only takes 10%, so that's why I like the list on there. Next, we're gonna go through Poshmark. So first up, we have a CC's exclusive distressed denim hat. It sold for $12. This sold pretty quickly, I'd say within a couple of weeks. And, so anything $14 and under is $2.95 a fee. Anything 15 and up is 20%. So I will tell you what my fees are at the end, but if you see anything that sold under $15, I did pay $2.95 in fees. So next is a pair of Lucky brand jeans. And these are the Maggie, hold on a second, I'm back. I forgot to pull up Poshmark on my iPad. So this was a pair of Lucky brand Little Maggie bootcut flare jeans. They sold for $20, and these actually sold in just a few days. It was a very quick flip. Next, we have a Simply Vera Wang gray Sparrow studded loafers. These were retail arbitrage. I bought them at Kohl's. I had, they always give you 20 to 30% off. So I used my 30% off ticket to buy clearance shoes. I think I paid like $4.20 for them. So this particular shoe, they were a size 10 and they sold for $15. Next is an Ann Taylor Loft stained glass floral tank. This sold in less than a day. I was really surprised. Someone liked it. I sent them an automatic offer and they accepted just like that. So that was awesome. Next is an alligator rhinestone trinket box desk decor. This was one of the first things that I posted when Poshmark had their new home market. And this was actually one of my uncles who passed away. It was one of his trinket boxes that I didn't really have room for in my house, but hopefully it was bought in Florida and it actually went back to Florida. So I'm really happy about that. Hopefully it makes them smile too. Next is a new with tags Chico's Gunmetal Vertical Crush Jacket Blazer. And this sold for $25. I had this for a few months and I knew that it was gonna sell well. We just had to find the right buyer to do so. Next is a pair of Nike Dry Fit Drawstring Elastic Waist Shorts. These were given to me, so they cost me $0 and they sold for $15. Next is the Sack Coral Tan Two-Tone Leather Hobo Purse. This particular purse had some condition issues on the outside. The inside was clean and it really wasn't terrible, but this sold for $22 and I got a love note and the girl said that she loved it. It was exactly what she was looking for, so yay. Next is a Beach Lunch Lounge green plaid ruffle sleeve top. This, I believe, was actually a dress and someone cut it to make it a top because every comp that I looked up was a dress. So it was altered, but someone bought it for $12. Next is a Yankee Candle French glass bottle candle holder, like a votive candle holder. This was my own personal item that I just didn't have a use for anymore. It was beautiful and I enjoyed it. And the person who received it said that they're a Yankee Candle fan and this was something very unique that they'd never seen before. And that sold for $11. Next is a Torrid Marled Knit Open Front Cardigan Duster. This sold for $19. This was actually part of a sale that someone was running on Poshmark that I bought a whole bunch of items to flip back on Poshmark or eBay. And this sold within a couple of months, I believe. Next is a Lane Bryant Gold Shimmer Tie Waist Lightweight Cardigan. This was beautiful. I'm surprised that it didn't go for more money, and maybe if I had posted it in the winter time during holiday because it was glittery, it might have sold a little bit better, but I was happy to see it go and the person said that they loved it, so yay. Next is a Calvin Klein striped racerback tank maxi dress. That was very hard to say. This was part of a closet clear out where I dropped the price and Poshmark covered the shipping, and that sold for $18. Next is an Ann Taylor Loft green floral pleated tank top. This tank top was gorgeous. It had pleated detail in the back, plain but floral pattern on the front. But when I got it home, it had a small hole in the back of it near the tag. So it was priced accordingly. So that sold for $11. And then last, yes, this is the last thing on Poshmark for October 15th. And it was an American Eagle jeggings jean dark wash, and these were 0 long. Now, I pick up all sizes, and I especially pick up sizes that are short and long because I'm a shorty and I understand how hard it is to find things that fit you lengthwise. So when I saw that these were long, I picked them up and they sold for $20. All right, so my total for Poshmark and sales was $240. There was $51.70 in fees. I gave out 5 shipping discounts at $1.80 a piece, which is $9 total. And my total profit for Poshmark is $179.30. So I'm not including how much I pay for the item because it kind of spans from item to item and I don't pay the same price for all of my inventory. So it's kind of all over the place, but this just gives you a rough idea. All right, let's toggle on over to eBay. Okay, so eBay, first up, it's a pair of Lucky Brand suede flat desert booty in Moroccan blue shoe. These sold in less than a day. I believe someone sent me an offer for that and I accepted, and it was sold via promoted listings. Next up is a Jessica Simpson leopard animal print shoulder tote shopper bag purse, 100% PVC. You gotta add all your keywords in there. And this sold also very fast within a couple of days of me listing it. And it sold for $15. Next is a pair of Charles David metallic gold brass women's cowboy boots made in Italy. These things were gorgeous. I got these from a Mercari lot of shoes that I bought, and I was very stunned that they were in there. They were very pretty, very metallic-y, and in really good shape. So they sold for $39. Next up is a new in-box Threshold Pine Wood Floating Wall Shelf in weathered finish. So I bought a liquidation lot from Bulk, and it was a uninspected returns home goods lot. So it was just kind of experimenting, and this was part of that. And the lady actually messaged me and said, I'm so glad that I found this. I bought another one a few years ago, and it's the exact same finish. So that was exciting. Next up is a new with tags universal thread faux leather faux fur Sherpa baseball hat. And this hat, surprisingly, went to Hawaii. Why you need a Sherpa line hat in Hawaii? I'm not sure, but hopefully they enjoyed it, and it sold for $10. Next up is a cactus cherry themed 3/4 length sleeve. I had rhinestones on it. This was a part of a Mercari lot that I had bought, another Mercari clothing lot, and it sold for $11. Next up is a Know-It-All Go Wild Wolf crop top with dolman split sleeves, and this sold for full price of $16.99. Also another Mercari lot that I purchased previously. Next up is an Old Navy's boys bootcut medium wash jeans 3T, sold for $7.99. This was part of a ThredUp denim rescue box where I got a lot of kids clothing, and this particular pair was actually in really good shape, so that went to a new home. Next up is a Nike Golf dry fit gray orange polka dot athletic shorts. These were a size 14. As soon as I saw the brand and the size, I snagged it up in the thrift store. And this sold for full asking price of $24.99. Next up is a new with tags Champion Duo Dry Light Athletic Moisture Wicking Tank Top. Honestly, I'm surprised that this sold, and I'm happy that I got $8 for it. It was in another Mercari lot that I had purchased, and the original tag had Walmart on it, and it wasn't that expensive. So I'm happy that it went to a good home and then they enjoy it. All right, next up is a J. Jill V-neck long sleeve purple silk wool blend tunic sweater. This was a size small, so J. Jill typically will sell better in larger sizes, but I picked it up because it had this silk wool blend, and it did take a while to sell, and it sold for $17. Next is a Via Spiga all leather black pointed toe heels. These were also part of that Mercari shoe lot that I bought, and they sold for $22.99. This was actually a full price sale. Next is a Talbot's blue A-line sweater dress. This was a weird dress. I also got this in another Mercari lot. See, the Mercari clothing reseller lots, they can make good money for you. This particular one it looked like someone had taken tape and just put it all across the back of it, let it sit there for a while, and then tore off the tape. So it had this long piece of discoloration to it. So I priced it very low, $12.99. It was a very heavy dress too. So customer received it, and hopefully they enjoy it. I was surprised to see it go though. Next is a Chico's marble space dye 3/4 length sleeve tunic blouse. This actually sold in less than a day. I was very surprised, and I actually almost kept it for myself too, but it sold for $14.50, and that was an offer to Watcher. Next up, we have a Forever 21 sage green cable knit sweater. This was also in a Mercari reseller lot, and it sold for $11. Forever 21, I'm okay with it going for lesser money because their stuff doesn't retail high to begin with. So this next one was interesting. This one is a BOC Nisita Black Moto boot, and I think I originally had it listed at $34.99, but the person, I think they lived in Oregon, or Oregon, however you say that, And she said, is there any way you can come down on the price because the shipping to me is very expensive, which they weighed almost 3 pounds. So it was very expensive to ship to Oregon. So I lowered the price to $24.99 and she snagged it up and she wrote me, she gave me feedback and said that she loves them. So yay. Next is a horny toed teal short sleeve cassia shirt. This shirt unfortunately had a teeny tiny hole in the back of it near the tag. I did note that, but it still sold at full asking price for $17.99. Next is Zach and Rachel Woman semi-sheer stripe peasant bell sleeve blouse. So it's a size 1X. This did come in a Mercari lot to sell. And this sold within a couple of days actually for $12. Next is a navy and blue tie-dye long rectangular scarf. It had fringe at the bottom of it. This was one of my first items I picked up at the thrift store when I first started reselling, and I was happy to see it go. It sold for $9 and I was okay with that. Next up is a Zara 100% silk purple lightweight blouse. This did have a small flaw to it. It had a stain, which I stain treated, and it sold for $11, so I was happy to see it go even with the flaw. Next up is a really cool one. So this is a lot of 2 Sonia Kashuk Essential Collection foundation brushes. These went to Egypt. The person paid more in shipping than they paid for the actual item, and it took weeks to get there. But they said that they loved them. They were perfect whenever they did arrive them a couple weeks later. So if you're not open to international shipping, I don't do the global shipping program. I don't send my items to Kentucky. I handle it all myself, and I've never had an issue with it. So if you're not doing that, I recommend you do that because there are some things that people can't purchase in their country, and they look to the internet to find them. So next up, we have a soft surroundings blue tie-dye long sleeve blouse. This, unfortunately, I got from the thrift store and realized that the back collar had a hole in it. So being the little seamstress that I am, I sewed it up as best that I could. I noted it and it did sell for $20. So don't be afraid to pick up flawed items. Don't seek out for them, but don't be afraid because they do sell. Next is a New with Tags J. Crew 100% cashmere Italian yarn sweater. This was in size extra small and it sold for $35. Next we have a Me Jane Brown faux suede fringe vest. I thought this would be really cute for like a Halloween costume as a cowgirl or an outlaw or something. And it sold for $15.99 and that was a full price sale. Next, we have a Charlotte Russe mandala boho print maxi skirt. Charlotte Russe, as we know, doesn't retail for much, so it doesn't resell for much either. But I got $11.50 from it, and it was a beautiful skirt. Next up, I freaking love this picture. So it's a vintage crewel hand-stitched floral hanging picture. It did have the wire on the back of it to hang it, and it was just so well done. There was no staining, no discoloration, and it actually sold within a day for full asking price of $24.99. So that was really exciting. The lady messaged me and said that it was a present for her niece. So that's awesome. That's an awesome present. Then we have a Southworth Connoisseur Collection resume paper. So this one has a story. I received this resume paper when I graduated college, which was quite a while ago. And I think I used like 3 or 4 pages out of it, and then it literally just sat in my closet for years. So I pulled it out of the closet, listed it up on eBay, and this went to Australia, where they paid almost triple the amount that they actually paid for the item. So like I said, if you're not doing international shipping, I highly recommend that you should. It's fun to see where things go. Next up is a LuLaRoe Cassie striped green and white skirt. I thought this would look really cute for a Christmas or holiday party or even St. Patrick's Day, and it sold for $14.50. And last is a Dansko Red Suede Lena Ballet slip-on flats. This was actually the second time that I sold these. These were returned to me because they didn't fit the person, and then they sold again for $25. So eBay, I made $496.39, $62.02 in fees, for a total of $434.37. Out of these listings, I had 10 sales through promoted listings. And I only promote my listings at 2.5%. So it does help, obviously. And it's not really that much more to pay in fees. Now, if you do like 10% or 12%, yes, you're going to pay more, but 2.5% cents, really. So let's see. My total, again, was $787.39. Total fees I paid was $118.82. Shipping discounts for Poshmark was $9, so that gives me a total sales of $659.57 for 2 weeks. Not bad. That equates to about a little over 3 items a day, if I were to stretch it out. But some days you don't have sales. That just happens. So thank you so much for joining me on my first What's Sold video. I really enjoyed breaking down the numbers and seeing exactly how much I was selling and the fees and everything. It was really interesting and kind of eye-opening too. So I will be doing these twice a month. I'll do the 1st through the 15th and then the 16th through however many days, 30 or 31. And hopefully you enjoyed this as well. So if you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe, and so that you can see more content when it comes out. If you want to, you can even hit the little bell notification when I do have a new video. You'll get usually an email and a pop-up too saying, hey, Melinda put out a new video. And thank you so much. All right, talk to you later. Bye.